Hi there, guys, and welcome to Chronicles of Gamers, episode mother effing 60. This is the podcast where we love to express our love-hate relationship with video games. I'm, of course, your host, Eco-Cutioner, and I have my other host with me, Gaming Composer.
What it look like?
I forgot your catchphrase. I've been gone for a month. And then we got the Tednator, aka Ted Edwards 44.
Woo. What's up, y'all?
What's happening?
What's good? Hanging out in my barren studio. Hope you guys like the white wall behind me, but trust me, it's gonna be good soon. Just moved into a new spot, so had to make this all work for the setup, but I'm happy to be here. Yeah, buddy.
Super pro. I dig it. Super pro.
So just a quick side note before we get into it's all about the hype. How's your 2018 going so far, guys?
Pretty good, being that I moved twice in a month, but that's all good.
See?
Gamer Composer?
The first house fell through. The dude lied. There was rats and holes in the floorboard. They stole our washer and dryer. After I went on vacation, came back, and I was like, and he was like, oh, my bad. I'm like, yeah, we out. So I had to pack up and move again. But hey, we got a good spot, so we're good. But 2018 is exciting, so hey, nothing, no hard feelings. We're just ready to go.
Jeez, man, that sucks. That's horrible.
Yeah, it's all good, but hey, you know, we're here. It is. You roll the punches. It's life. I got a lot of time to play video games, right?
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
You just finished. What game did you just finish recently?
Ocarina of Time.
Yes.
Oh,
another
wow.
one.
Man, I have never finished that game start to finish, like by myself. I've played friends play through here, I played like first 2 hours there, chunks here on different systems. I sat down and I played start to finish 31 hours and just killed it, and it was damn. No wonder that game was one of the greatest games of all time. Holy crap. Like real talk. Man, right. I enjoyed it.
No spoilers because I'm still playing it, even though I haven't played
all
it
the time.
in a while. All right. 2018, folks.
It's great.
Back. And now we're going to go straight into It's All About the Hype. This is where we like to talk about any video game news, any industry news, any video game related topics that we just need to share because it's just hype, man. Hype. So who wants to go first?
I don't want to step on your topic, so I'll go after you because it's perfect for you. You're going to laugh. So
okay. Gamer Composer?
Sure, I'll just knock mine out. So my topic of the week that I was interested in for the most hype is something might be a little bit repetitive, but I was reading an article that says, should aspiring indie game developers strike out on their own straight away or get the experience of the studio first? And I read the article, and do you guys want to guess what the majority actually said?
Start with the studio.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they actually did.
You want to know why? The freaking article, and I thought that was the dumbest idea ever. Shit.
Yeah.
What do you mean, dumb?
No, you should start off on your own, man. Like, because it's going to segue into my topic soon. But
well, actually, I kind of agree with what the most were saying would start with the studio, because they make a lot of good points in terms of like learning about marketing and learning what things that it takes to make a game and going through the ropes and stuff. Because a lot of people, the problem I'm dealing with in the industry with working with some independent developers is that they have no freaking idea what they're doing, and then they're wondering why things don't kind of work out, and that it was more work than they really thought it would be, and then they quit, and then it's just like people who are trying to be professional get mixed up with the whole catch a dream type of thing, and then you'll look up and then shit get done. So if they go through the process of at least getting their chops, earning their stripes through a studio, and then they get that anxiety of like, okay, like I gotta get it now, I'm ready to make my own stuff.
Go through your first crunch.
Yeah, like the studio defunks, unfortunately. Then you kind of get that then you have an appreciation of something, whereas then you can see from start to finish the things that it takes, what the team is, how to talk to team members, how to deal with management and talents and all this other stuff, like the entire thing. And so I'm getting slightly tangential. My point being, it was a really good article. I read it on Pocket Gamer. It was really enlightening, and I was surprised to hear that most of them were mentioning to get started with starting at a studio instead of going, on your own.
I agree. I think that's been a big shift in the industry over the last 2 to 3 years. Since about 2015, 2016, around then, there's been a big shift for indie devs to go that route. Now, bro, why do you think I had a job with my previous company, Rapper Cow, doing consulting for indie studios? Because they didn't know what the fuck they were doing. You're a doctor. You open up your own practice. You went to med school. You are the best damn doctor in the world, but you don't know jack shit about business. Right? So that is the difference. I mean, that's the same thing. That is, indie devs, they know how to code, they know how to make game, they know game design, but they don't know anything about business. So I would work with these indie devs and these small studios and help them with their consulting, with their business development, with their marketing, with, helping generate leads, all these kind of things that you need to know, structuring contracts in a kind of setting that they never learned. But when you go into a company, you don't have to be a grunt for 10, 15 years and then strike it on your own, but you can go in and learn the ropes, learn how it is, the management structure, just learn the different skills, especially if you're young starting out and going and doing that. And so I kind of agree with that now, especially over the last, I would say, couple of years, 2 to 3 years, it's been really kind of shifting that way. Like indie devs you still see those solo teams, but I agree. I see why people are thinking that now.
I'm not really sure. Only because I'm not really sure what, say if someone were, or a small little indie team were to just go to a big, third party or first party studio. It depends on what you'll be doing, and a lot of them may not be working with management. They might just be those little grunts just working and coding. But
you still have to deal with management as a grunt.
Yeah, I guess.
Turn your time card in on time. Make sure you QA your levels. Make sure you hit these deadlines. Make sure you do all the things. Sign up for healthcare. Do the little things you gotta do in a studio setting.
I suppose that's true, but it's just once you leave and you venture out on your own, you're not gonna have that same comfort as being with the big studio. So
good. That's the point. It make you succeed. You ever seen Batman when he ties a rope around himself?
Oh my gosh.
He doesn't make the jump. He takes it off, and what happens?
The only thing I'm just saying is no, is because I just have no idea I have no idea what you're going to be doing, and then you have no idea what's going to happen. You don't know what interaction you're going to get. So instead of having that unknown, you might as well just take the risk, start your own company. But at the same time, seeing how a few indie studios have kind of ventured on their own, they're kind of confused on the marketing aspect. So it's I don't know. I don't know.
Teddy Deef, I think it was, he just left Squaresoft. Remember he made Hyper Light Drifter? And he went to Square. He left Heart Machine Games because he started that studio and then went over to Squaresoft in, I think, Montreal, one of their studios. And he just recently, I think yesterday, the studio canceled his games and he's striking back out to be an indie dev again. So you can always go and do a different route like that. Start indie, go mainstream, and then leave again. So there's tons of different routes to go. I always see get experience, especially in my field when I was a strength coach. If I would just went out and try to just train people and train pro athletes, I wouldn't know anything that I was doing. But the fact that I did it in a structured environment and then I could do it myself helped. So I don't know. But if you got the cojones to go out on your own, do it. Just do it. Just do it.
Yeah. But that's a good idea. It's a good brain scratcher, man. What's the correct thing to do?
Whatever's good for you.
I wonder what the list is.
Honestly, if you don't feel you're ready, go get a job. If you think you can do it, try it. Don't. If someone say no, you need to do that, but you have the confidence to start on your own. Hell yeah, start on your own. But if you don't think you're ready, then trust your own instincts and go find a job in a studio.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Thank you. Yeah.
And besides, if you guys have if you guys think some indie developers should go out on their own, or if they should work with a big studio like a third or second or first party studio, let us know, man. Message us at the Chronicles of Gamers podcast at gmail.com. Or if you're watching the video, comment at the bottom, let us know what you think. But yeah, right down there. It's at the bottom.
Just below. Right at the bottom.
All right. So Ted, you said you're going to go last because you said you have something funny.
Well, it's not funny. It's just piggybacks off you, and I know what you're going to say, and it's going to kind of piss you off, so I'm excited to bring it.
Well, everything has been pissing me off in this.
Do you want me to start then? I can do it. It's real easy and quick.
Sure, why not?
Okay, I'm just going to read you the title of this article, and then I'm going to sit back and I'm going to play my SNES Classic while you fume and calm down.
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay, the title of this article is EA: We believe in microtransactions. Direct quote.
It goes with their games as a service. So
yeah. Andrew Wilson came out and tried to. He's like, "Oh, well, we did this and that. We listened to our community. We still believe games as a service is our number one. This and that because their revenue report just came out. And they're just explaining. And it was, I think it was. I have the article right here in Q3 from 2016 all the way to right now. Their revenue for games as a service has increased up to 30% of their revenue." 30% of games as a service and microtransactions. So they're not going anywhere soon. And he's basically said that. He's like, hey, we're going to try to find the best way to do it, but we're still going to do it. We believe in it.
Huh. That's crazy.
So,
you know what's interesting?
Yeah.
I heard on a...
He's going to play the SNES.
Oh, man.
Well, Gamer Composer, were you going to say something?
Yeah, what do you think about that?
I was going to say that I heard on a different podcast that someone wrote in to them and asked, what is the number that quantifies for microtransactions?
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, huh?
Yeah, because is micro, it could be $9.99, like those $120 gem pack. That's not micro.
Yeah.
It's $120.
It's macro. It's macro now. So it's just like, well, you know what? I vote with my wallet.
Mm-hmm. Real talk.
Says the guy who bought Shadow of War.
Yeah, but I didn't buy anything in that freaking game. So you can talk shit, but I stopped playing that game. So
I am not opposed to microtransactions as long as they're forward-facing and serve the game and the experience well. It's okay. As long as it doesn't affect the gameplay, isn't disgusting, gross, like how obviously the Star Wars stuff and a lot of other games have just botched it. As long as it's in there and I do not have to partake in it, it's not shoved down my throat, I'm cool. Just do it because that's a choice. I'll vote with my wallet. But again, EA is just... I just don't think that's the right time to be just saying that out there, but I think they had to because our earnings report came out and people started to analyze it, being like, oh, motherfucker, y'all. And it's just, yeah.
Oh, by the way.
Do you, EA?
By the way, EA is disappointed because supposedly they only sold 9 million copies of Star Wars Battlefront 2, and their expected earning was to sell more than 14 million. So supposedly they said they failed, and they blamed it on the whole Star Wars fiasco.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Well, do you know where that's coming from? That's coming from Disney being like, "Yo, where my money at?" Disney is Suge Knighting them right now.
Actually, supposedly, from what Polygon says, EA is fine. They're okay with Disney, and they're still going to work with them.
They're going to say that. Fiasco. Disney's their man, their big brother, their daddy. They'd be like, oh, sorry, I didn't get my money.
They're going to say that, yep. They're going to say
that's their pimp.
Now.
That's their pimp. They got to pay their pimp.
You're going to hear
I don't care what happens. You got to pay my money.
Before the year's over.
Where my money? That's all I'm saying. Disney is Deboing them. It's like, yo, hey, that's my bike.
Hey,
that's my Star Wars. Remember how they came in? It's like, no, you aren't doing skins for Star Wars? No. They're like, oh, okay.
No pink Darth Vaders for you guys.
Yeah, exactly. So Disney's being like, yo, y'all said it'd be 14 million. This is only 9. Where my money at? Y'all gonna give me the other 5 million? What?
By the way, folks, EA also said in an article that the whole Star Wars fiasco would not affect their earnings for that quarter, and it did. So,
of course, you're going to say
record.
that. It's
on the record.
Oops.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I'm going to go out and say it. Y'all can hate on me all you want. Star Wars Episode 8 sucked. That was wow. I mean, I'm saying it.
Now, see, I want to talk about that, but you are so lucky that this is a video game podcast, so I can't.
I'm done. That's it.
You're done? Thank
Come
you.
at me, though. That's fine. I personal opinion, you can say garbage. Hot garbage. There's 40 minutes of the movie, I fell asleep. There was no point of it.
I'm not getting baited into this, anyways, man. We'll discuss this off air.
Off air
Now, yeah.
Guys,
what do you think, man? You guys okay with EA saying that? Well, just comment at the bottom. You're gonna comment anyways, because fuck EA. That's just the truth. You're gonna comment or you're gonna message me. It's Chronicles of Gamers Podcast gmail.com. Anyways, man.
I'd probably just mess it up with that Star Wars comment, but that's all good.
You didn't, because that's just gonna spark that. So, going off of that,
send all your hate mail. But hold on, send all your hate mail to Ted Edwards over there.
Yeah, send it to him. If you send it to us, I'm gonna be mad because you should be sending it to him. I don't.
He's gonna.
I'll put his email.
And be prepared. If he's ready.
All right. So, after listening to EA's, we need microtransactions are fine. I truly believe, and this is my topic, it's a culmination of all the bullshit that's been happening between 2017 and now. Especially since Extra Credits made this YouTube video while I was coming up with this topic. But anyways, they were talking about games should not cost $60 anymore. And they base their information off of articles and figures that they got from online that are not official on how much certain games were made. Because
higher or lower?
Higher.
Okay, yeah.
So games should be higher than 60. So
I agree.
I agree with that too. Only, but I'll go further into the topic.
Mine is a day one patch.
Oh gosh. Anyways, though, what I'm trying to say is the whole games as a service, all this stuff. I really think it boils down to developers and publishers not really sharing what the heck is going on behind these closed doors. We don't know how much games really cost. And I do believe that games are more expensive because we want the 60 frames per second. We want the 1080p. We want to be able to see the grass grow from the ground. That's just the way it is. And of course, because we want the fancy stuff, we want the PC quality stuff on the console, where if we all remember from back in the day, console games were never meant to be on the same level as PC. They were meant to be an easier way for you to play your game without having to drop, a crap ton of money on a PC. But the whole point of this is that developers really can't say anything because if they do, they can be ostracized from the industry. And then two, they're not going to because they probably signed an NDA.
They're required. Yeah, they're required. You can't say anything.
Exactly. And so the thing is there's been there's an article that recently said that the people that worked at EA have anxiety because they're worried that Anthem might be might do bad because of the whole Star Wars Battlefront 2 fiasco and how most gamers are yelling at them, and then they're blaming YouTubers for saying well, they're making it seem like EA doesn't care about gamers, and it's we do care about you guys. We try to make games for all, and it's well, it doesn't look like that because you're not saying anything, and publishers aren't saying anything, and we have no idea how much games really cost on that AAA scale because no one is saying anything. And I feel like that disconnect is what's really screwing us both over because you have three types of gamers that just really piss me the fuck off. But one really pisses me off the most. The left is there's one side that's they gotta make that money. Publishers and developers aren't eating, man. They're starving. They're hungry. They need to charge these microtransactions and stuff. And it's not a big deal. You just don't need to buy it. That's the second gamers where it's it's not a big deal. You don't need to buy it. It's cool. We can just ignore it. And then you got the third. It's just I'm not supporting this shit because I feel like you guys are making enough money as is. And the only people that are really getting the information on how to fucking make games are from the fucking, stockholders and stuff. And it's getting to the point where I'm fucking pissed off. I have no idea what the fuck to do in this shit. I would like to play certain games, but certain companies are just taking advantage of everything. And at this point, man, this disconnect is real, and it's getting really hard to just put up with the same type of bullshit. And at this point, loot boxes and all this stuff, I might be like Gamer Composer and just Just stop at a certain point. Just start playing more retro shit. This is how the industry is looking. Because I shit you not. I'm like,
bro, I play retro stuff all the time. That's all I do.
I'm just saying, you got the whole Destiny 2 fiasco where it's like, they're withholding shit. And then you just recently heard about Ubisoft and the fucking Division adding loot boxes to their stuff. And then they had a game that's like literally 3 years old. At first it was like $40 to $30. Then they tried to re-release it to $60 fucking dollars. And then they're like, whoops, my bad. We had no idea you guys were going to get upset. So we're going to bring it back to a lower price. Oh my god. And then you got fucking Capcom who releases motherfucking arcade edition. By the way, hey, I'm still pissed about this game. I did this to see if it was true because I asked the fucking rep at PSX. They said like, oh, costumes are included. There ain't no motherfucking costumes included in this shit. Ain't shit included in this shit, man. It's $40 just for some DLC characters. You know how dumb that shit is? You fucked up the game and you didn't even include extra shit. I'm just tired of this shit.
Me costumes for $34 for this damn game. I was like, bitch, you better fucking play the game and give me motherfucking costumes. Like, I'm not.
What game was that?
Shit.
I didn't see it.
Dragon Ball FighterZ.
Yo, Dragon Ball FighterZ is already good, man. Yeah. Look, I got that game in less than a few minutes. I can unlock colors. I'm just saying. There's a huge disconnect. This disconnect is getting bullshit. And at this point, can you guys honestly think of a game right now that you have played that you would pay $80 or $90 for right off the bat?
Like coming out, like that I have played in the past?
Yeah.
Or coming out new?
You know, I'm going to be nice and I'm going to say, yeah, that you played in the past.
Yeah, I did. I grew up in the 80s and 90s
playing
video games.
All right. Let's
Cartridges were $80 and $90.
Okay. Let's go to Let's go to PS2 era because hell, even I played $90.
Metal Gear Solid 2. Yeah, I paid $70 to $80 for that.
Okay. All right, so let's go to PS3 360 era because I think that's the best style. Would you pay $80 or $90 for a game for the PS3 360 era? And now,
Skyrim, when it first came out, Uncharted 2 and 3.
You would really pay $90 for Uncharted 2 and 3?
Yeah, I liked Uncharted. Uncharted 2 is one of my top 5 favorite games of all time.
Why does that game get so much hype?
No, number 2 though is my favorite. Number 2, 4.
It's everybody's favorite.
Yeah, it's the best one. 2
is a hell of a lot better than 1. Like, damn.
Well, yeah, 1 was great in its own right. But regardless of which, I know exactly what you're talking about. I'm messing with you. I agree there's a huge disconnect with the 3 prongs of gaming, which is the publishers who have the money, developers in there making the shit, and the gamers in there consuming the stuff. So there's that trifecta is not, it's just a big old mess right now, and everyone's pointing the fingers at the other two. It's like, oh, you guys suck at this way. Oh, you guys suck at this way. Or you guys suck. It's just like a big mess. And it's going to continue because gamers are looked at as toxic, just piles of nothing and numbers. And it's our own fault because of toxicity in the gaming community, which is what I'm trying to change. It's just so toxic. Like, internet is a gross place. Like, people are just so mean and just nasty and vindictive. It's just a nasty place. And that it comes across as childish, immature, and publishers and developers don't want to deal with that. And so instead of being an intelligent backlash to something that goes on, it's always just a negative, as you shout and match. And so it's like developers are like, oh my god, well, we're trying to make the game best for them. Publishers are like, oh, screw them. We want the most money because they're stupid anyway. They're going to yell at you anyway. And then developers are like, well, so it just becomes everybody is doing negative things to each other. And it's until we just stop. Exactly. That's how it is to me. It's just this freaking mess. And until we just, everybody take a breath, take a chill, and realize we're all on the same teams, minus those publishers. No, I'm just kidding. We're all on the same team.
Minus the publishers.
Honestly, right. But publishers have gotten big, and they are, but as long as you get the right people in there, and if you just take a chill and just realize that, yo, we all want this to succeed. Like, publishers want to grow games and make more. They want people to buy games. Right? We want more games. Developers want to make more games. Everyone wants more. So if we all just work together to get more, it's going to be cool. But instead, everyone's just pushing and pulling and slowing the whole cart down. It's gross. And so there's a disconnect. And I think it's an intentional disconnect because all the sides do not want to deal with the other ones. Like us as consumers, we get mad at developers for delaying their games. Right? We don't like publishers for doing microtransactions and bullshit. Developers hate consumers for bitching at them. And then they hate publishers for putting them on crunch. And then, publishers think consumers are piss ants. And I use that term because a reporter called Tom Brady's daughter that the other day. It was kind of funny. Anyway, but it's just, again, I agree with what you're saying. There's a disconnect. And until we can all take a chill and just reevaluate, this is a young industry, but it's starting to come into its own. We got 40 years now, okay? It's time to have all work together to get somewhere.
We need to have a fucking discussion, but we need to first
an intelligent
publishers and be like, your number one priority should not be making money and focusing on these stockholders to make sure that they get their money. Your number one priority is to be making us happy. Because if you make us happy, we'll support you. Like that's that simple.
But I think we need to change I honestly think we have to be the bigger person here and change our attitude and not be immature little brats and be like, stupid, because like that's what we come across as gamers. Gamers have to fight that stigma as an immature little dorks in the basement playing video games. Like, screw that and being mean on the internet. And so, second, we just take a step back and mature, come together with a good positive voice and have positivity rather than negativity up. Then maybe they'll treat us better. We have again, vote with your wallet, vote with your voice, vote with yourself, and being a positive person and be the bigger person in this one because they're not going to change. Unless we make a change. And that's where I start.
Capcom
the big business, they're not going to change because they're making money.
Right.
But the second we start chilling, I honestly don't want to have to do that, but I'm trying to at this point now. Just not being all, like I said, like the old EA microtransaction, I think it's a mess the way they handle it, but I understand how they got to make their money. And I get it. They're a big company. They have a lot of mouths to feed. But they just got to figure out a way not to be just dipshits.
Jerks.
What do you think, Game Composer?
I think to answer your question, they probably should raise the price of games, but you can't be having no fucking day one patch.
Bro, you can't have no day one patch.
Finish the game.
You can't have DLC 1 month after the game fucking release.
You can if it's good.
No.
And if it adds to
not if it's
going
to be $70-$80,
no, because if you have DLC 1 month after it's released, then it should have been on the fucking game. And if it should have been on the fucking game, it should not be $89.
If the game is complete, like let's say they would have released the Frozen Wilds for Horizon a month afterwards, that would have been cool because that's another area. But like the whole separate story, because the game is contained. If the game is done, there's no big ass patch, and then you add some DLC later because it's not part of the story. It's like, oh, we thought it was a great idea, but it didn't fit in the story. I get that, but if the game is finished and cool, no patch, then okay. But I don't agree with that stuff. Like, oh, here's 70% of the game, but here's some DLC that finishes the game. Oh, this gives you the ability to swing your weapon.
Yeah, I'm not with any of it. It's just working in development. I think I'm old school. Like we had fucking cartridge. The cartridge was packed, shipped, and when you put the cartridge in, this was it. There's not, like, any shit I can download for this thing. Like, there's nothing. So, finish the game. If you're going to hike those prices, you're going to have to bring all the content together.
That's why I say, ladies and gentlemen, think, if you guys can think of a freaking game from PS3 or 360, or even now from Xbox One and PS4, and the reason why I'm not saying Nintendo is because Nintendo makes great games anyways that people will pay $80 or $90 for. And people still pay $80 to $90 for their old games. So if you can think of a game that you would pay $80 and $90 for, comment below or message us at the Chronicles of Gamers podcast at gmail.com and let us know why. Because I truly don't think there's many. I think I would pay $80 for Halo Reach. And then that's it.
You're reaching for that one.
Yeah, I really am. Or Halo 3. And then that's it. That's it.
What about GTA 4?
Man, fuck GTA.
No, GTA 4 before GTA was this thing that it is now.
Yeah, I know.
What about Red Dead?
No.
There's some good ass games though.
No, not for no $80 or $90. Well. All right, guys.
90's pushing it though. Ugh. 80, I'd be okay, but 90, that's damn near $100. That's
exactly.
But 80, I'd be okay with 75.
No,
you know, like
it's got to be 80 or 90, man. They're starving. They're starving, man. They're hungry. You got to feed them.
But $15 is still a 25% increase in price. That is unheard of in marketing business.
We have to feed them, Ted. They're hungry. $80 or $90.
They'd be having Thanksgiving dinner every night then. After that,
no more Burger King.
$90.
And I'll be damned that y'all about to pay me. It ain't gonna be another. I don't have any money to pay you for yourselves.
These companies are broke. Okay, they ain't got it. That's why it's got to go higher. It's got to go higher.
Fair enough.
Because they're doing quite well in the industry, $160 billion industry worldwide at $60 a game right now.
But they're broke, man. That's what all the loot boxes and these microtransactions are in, man. Broke. They ain't got it.
You got to wrap it up.
All right. Anyways, folks, we're
gonna
take a small break, and when we come back. See, look at this guy. Anyways, we're going to get something to eat, and when we come back, we'll go to the next topic. So, stay tuned. Hi there, guys. Welcome back. And now we're going to get into Indie Radar, where we like talking about the indie games that we played and we enjoyed, and we just want to share with you, man.
Boop.
Indie Radar.
Boop. What's on your radar, y'all?
All right. Ted?
My game is a few years old. I picked it up a long time ago. I've always wanted to play it. And finally, I pulled the trigger on a platform that I think it fits perfectly on, and that is the Nintendo Switch. And the game I'm talking about is Shovel Knight. Yes. It came out in 2014. It was on PC, PS4 in 2015, and it's come out. And I bought it on on PC, and never played it. And just never got around to it. And then now over the break, I got it on Switch, and damn, that's a perfect Switch game. I don't like playing on the TV. I only like playing it handheld, but it's awesome on the Switch. It's perfect. And I think it's just perfect, and it's just such a fun game. I'm not super far into it. I'm about maybe like 5 hours in, so I'm maybe like 20% in, but it's a great game, and it's fun, and it's hella indie, and it kind of took the scene by storm back in 2014, and that's my Indie Radar. Love it. It's good. Got the old school style with the new school tech, so it's good.
Nice.
Yeah, I dig it. I dove into that a little bit on the PC, just playing the Steam Share thing with my friends. Huge ass catalog. So yeah, it is pretty good. I think I'm just gonna wait a little longer, probably pick it up on the PS4 and just go with it that way. But my backlog is getting kind of nuts, and I'm still trying to get through my stuff.
Mine's crazy.
So.
Yeah. Oh, dude, we'll be playing some fun games. Trust me. I got a list of us stuff to play. You'll be joining my show, so it'll be good. We'll put that on the list.
Mine's is A Ground. It is a game made by Fancy Fish Games, and I played the beta before. Gamer Composer sent me the beta. Wanted to talk about it before, couldn't. I really liked that game to the point where I actually played it with a keyboard and mouse. In fact, I played the second A Ground, which is up on, what was it, Newgrounds, I think? Was that Newgrounds?
It's on Newgrounds, it's on Game Jolt.
I've never played it before, so.
Alright, so this game is basically, I guess you would call it survival, exploration.
Yeah.
You dig them up.
It's survival.
It's definitely survival. So you pretty much just get to explore this area. It's based off of, I think, the events after World War III, which is new to me. And if you get to explore your location, you get to meet new people, meet new creatures. You get a wolf as your companion, and you get to slay a dragon or get your ass kicked by a dragon. And then, that's
okay,
it.
I'm digging it so far. You got me with dragon and wolf,
and then you get to fight a yeti, and then that's it. But I like it. I highly recommend playing it. Give it a try.
Sweet. When did it come out officially? Like, when did the first come out?
Gamer Composer, when the heck did it come out?
So the Kickstarter, by the time we post on this, is the Kickstarter actually launches January 31st, which will be tomorrow.
Oh, so you're playing early access right now?
So there'll be a full demo. We've doubled the size of the game by 2. So these are almost, if you're playing it really slowly, you have like about 3 to 4 hours in gameplay. So you're probably looking now about like 8 hours more just for the demo. And so if you back it, then we can hopefully release it by the end of the year.
So It took me like 2 hours and 40 minutes to beat the game. So,
and that's with you playing the update, right? Because we're doing updates
with the update
quite fast.
And
we do updates almost per week or 2 weeks.
I did it with the controller, so it actually really good controller support.
Nice.
360 controller.
Nice.
So
Yep. So yeah, if you back it, hopefully if you back it more, then we can actually get
support
it to
this
your
controller
Switch console. It
maybe
may. It might if you have the USB version.
Yeah, if you have the USB version.
It's like no.
Actually, I do. Over there.
Nice.
So that is Indie Radar, and now we're gonna go into True Story. We like to talk about any video game stories we have that we want to share. They're triumphant, true story.
Gamer Composure, why don't you go?
Yeah, man, it's your turn, bro.
For show. My champ, my show. So I've been playing Onimusha, and
what's going on with that game? Dude, that's on my backlog. I want to play
It's
that
already
again.
an achievement. It's already a true story.
Oh man,
just playing that game.
I'll try not to keep any spoilers for you. So I've been playing Onimusha. I picked this up. I've definitely been hearing a lot of really good stuff about it. Onimusha Warlords. I need to be specific.
Oh yes,
this is the one of the
I played
PS2.
Onimusha.
And
I played this.
let's see. My true story without spoilers. Okay, I'm really good at this. So basically, I'm going through the game and I'm really digging it. It's kind of like, to me, a horrible control of like the Resident Evil style, but with the Japanese history in a sense that speak a little bit on Nobunaga and his reign and such of that nature. Mm-hmm. And so I'm going through the game. It takes a turn for a bad but good. And what I mean by that is like, normally like you're thinking, oh, the game's going to go this way. And most people would think, oh, that's a really bad turn. But for me, it's a good turn. I'm like, wow, I really wasn't expecting it to go down this path. And it gets just a little bit weird. And I mean, if you watched maybe like the trailers of the opening scene of the game, you can kind of tell where I'm going with it. But there's a level of something that is kind of similar to what I was playing in with Rygar, which were like different levels of enemies that were going down. And I'm realizing that this one has it as well. It's part of the game. Cool. Oh yeah, that's one of my favorites. They do this in this game, and holy crap! Like, so when you're thinking, first of all, like the camera in this game is like, okay. Ifukushon had a problem with the Eternal Ring, which is another one of my favorite games made by Front Software. It's kind of like a first-person Dark Souls. I beat that game, surprisingly, and I'm horrible at first-person games. This game is giving me the business and beyond because I'm getting along with it, but man, like the enemies in this to kind of get around the area and to really fight, you have to have patience. You need to have patience. This is not your typical hack and slash game. This is not your run and gun. This is not your speed run. You're going to have to block and have patience. So I hope you've been playing your fighting games. I hope you've been playing your Injustice, your Tekken 7s, your Dragon Ball FighterZ, your fighters, or however you want to freaking say it, your Budokais, Tenkaichis, so on and so forth. Because this is like definitely on that level, and you will get worked. And the enemies, you have to just figure out different things, and you have to ration stuff. It's just nuts, and I dig it. And then my true story is I had no idea I was going to like it that much, and hopefully I get to finish it before the end of next month.
Yeah, well, that was an early PS2 game. Early PS2. I think it was like maybe end of 2000, beginning of 2001. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think it was end of 2000, beginning of 2001, I want to say. Because I remember when that came out. But, so yeah, you're dealing with the early experimentations of like advanced 3D games, So like the camera's like, you know what the hell's going on.
Yeah, you're right. 2001.
Oh, sweet. Yeah, awesome. That's great. I might have to play that now.
You want to go next, Ted, or I'm going to knock it out?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
This is kind of a throwback true story. This is kind of ode to, because Christmas just happened, well, not just happened, it's been a little while now, but, I usually get game consoles for Christmas. That's kind of the thing. It's just what you do. You get the new console for Christmas time. And so this is kind of a high five to Mama for getting me into video games. So the story of how, yeah, exactly. So back in good old 1988, little young Ted was enthralled, super ADHD. I'm talking like ADHD to the max, had problems doing everything. I was just super hyperactive, couldn't focus, and so it took me to a bunch of specialists, and they're like, oh, here's some Ritalin, oh, here's some Adderall, here's all this, here's some drugs. Like, took me to 3 different specialists. My mom's like, nope. And so the fourth one's like, put him in sports. And as you guys know, the rest is history, being a football player and all that stuff. But in the meantime, I was always thinking really quickly, and my mom needed something to help me learn quicker. And so she used to always take my sister and I to Toys R Us, and we were broke as hell back then. Like, living in like a tiny little like studio place, like parents working 3 jobs. We were broke. And so, my mom, after she picked us up from the Boys and Girls Club, I was like 4 or 5, she would drop us off to Toys R Us, let us run around for 30 minutes, just look at the toys. And I always went to the video games, and I didn't know why. And she's looking at it, and my mom asked the guy, she's like, hey, is this good? And it was an NES, Nintendo Entertainment System. And he's like, oh yeah, this is great. It's a new thing. How much is it? I think it was like $200. And obviously that's not happening. So I think 2 days after my birthday, my mom put the NES on layaway. And for every month, from April 3rd, April 2nd, until Christmas Eve, when she picked it up, she made payments, $10 a day. You could do it, $10 a month, $10. And finally she paid it off, brought it home, put that NES in front of me, and I got my first NES and got me into video games from that day forth. She bought me 2 games. I had Mario, I had Gyromite, and one other game, can't remember at the top of the head. Oh, this old game called Swords and Serpents. But that right there, and I was just hooked instantly. And thank you, Mom, for the true story of setting young 4 or 5-year-old Ted on the video game path forever, because from that day forward, I was like, damn, this shit is awesome. It's going to be with me forever. So thank you, Mom. That's it. And this Christmas, I got the Nintendo Switch, so that's what reminded me of it. So,
Aww. True story.
Thanks, Mom. True story.
Well, my true story is a Dragon Ball Fighter Z one. So I decided to buy the game on the day before it was released. Well, no, the day of the release. And I went to the GameStop, found out that it was sold out.
Stop.
First mistake.
Oh, yeah. Well, actually, no. I went to Best Buy. All of it was sold out.
Uh-huh.
Then I went to another GameStop. That was sold out. So I went to the one near my house. That was sold out. So I decided to get the digital. And I got the digital.
Smart.
Yeah, and they promised me the code for Goku Blue and Vegeta Blue. And I got home and I was like, where the fuck is my code for these characters? So I was like, it's cool. Got a little upset though, but decided to go into GameStop. I had my pitchfork and tiki torch ready. And I was I was ready to burn the motherfucker down, and I was like,
so you got no mosquitoes on you at least.
That's true. So I was ready to burn the place down, and then as soon as I walked in, the manager was like, "Whoa, hey, it's you! You forgot to give you your code yesterday." I was like, "Oh, you already know?" It's like, "Yeah." It's like, "Huh." I feel kind of embarrassed having this tiki torch and this sword with me, so he gave me my code.
It's a wooden sword and a tiki torch.
Yeah. So I got my code and I brought it home, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, this is amazing!" But
yes, success.
True story.
Yeah,
true story.
Shout out to GameStop. Power to the players.
The stop. I start calling it the stop.
The stop. Yeah, please stop.
Just stop.
Stop your social
That's what that should be called. Call it just stop.
The stop.
The stop.
The
just
stop.
Well, speaking of stop, do we want to do a quick checkpoint?
Hell yeah, we do.
Yeah, let's do it. We got guests. So the guests is on the chopping block. Right. Here we go. So
Ted Edwards, these questions are for you. Let's see if you got it. The Tedinator.
All right.
My hands will be here. No Google will be used.
Okay.
All right. We're gonna give him 5 questions.
Okay.
Oh damn.
I'm gonna see how he goes. I'm gonna give you. We're gonna switch it up. We're gonna we're gonna time you with those. I usually don't time them, but you were feeling so confident.
That's true.
I'm gonna feel confident in you with these
false confidence.
I'm gonna put my hands in the air. I'm gonna have 10 seconds.
All right. 10 seconds.
Yes, 10 seconds. That's all you get.
Yeah.
Damn. Okay.
Welcome to the real boss battle.
10
How about
seconds.
that?
No, you know what?
Okay.
No, you know what? No, you know what? I'm sorry.
No.
No. Give him the 10 seconds. Give him the 10
Let's
seconds.
go.
He wants 10 seconds?
He wants the 10 seconds.
He wants to agree to see.
10 seconds.
Let's go.
All right.
I love this one.
For this.
All right, here we
Let's do
go.
it.
What was the first ID at Xbox game called?
Pass. No. I do not know.
All right. What is the first game to exceed 50 megabytes on the Xbox Live Arcade?
Oh. 8. On Xbox Live Arcade specifically, huh?
specifically.
I would say Oblivion.
That's incorrect. We're going to move on to the next question. What is the release date for the Xbox One X?
November 7th?
That's correct.
Yes, 2017. Okay.
Yeah, it's recent. What is the smallest Xbox ever?
As in size, as in like the storage space, or
in terms of like it's
the actual physical size?
It's known to be the smallest Xbox ever.
Are you talking about physical or like the storage space?
Physical. In terms of, it's like kind of unclear, but what it was present.
Right? Is it like you measure it or the storage space smallest?
Yeah, it doesn't specify. It was paraded to be the smallest Xbox ever, and that was in terms of
Xbox One Slim.
That's incorrect.
Really?
And yes. And then what is the name?
What is the answer? Oh, you'll tell me.
I'll give you at the end. Yeah. What is the name of the project title of the Xbox?
Michael Jackson.
Of the original Xbox?
Yeah, the original Xbox.
Excuse me, I know that.
Not the original Xbox, the Xbox 360.
I know this. Oh, no. It's the pressure that gets to you.
May the force be with you.
Fail. Project Tsukiyome.
What?
I'm watching Naruto.
Nice
I'm watching Naruto right now. Okay, Project Tsukiyome is the project to enslave the world. So
Microsoft has this.
One thing I liked about at least giving you with the time thing is I understand like most people won't have the pressure with it. I don't like to count. I like to remind them of the time. At least you can see. But I was honest with it. You can see like the time of that, so it gives you a little bit of chance to like.
Well, the thing is, it's all Xbox. I've never owned an Xbox. So all this like
that's impressive that you got the.
I know, like, but
you got one right. You got November 7th.
I mean, I know general knowledge about that kind of stuff, and I know the code name. I just drew a blank, and I just recently did an episode something on it recently.
I have.
Give me those answers.
I will tell you the question I really wanted to ask you after I tell you the answers for this one. So running it off is what was the first idea Xbox game? It's called Strike Zero.
Couldn't say that one.
The second question I gave you was what game was the first to exceed
Xbox Live Arcade?
Xbox Live Arcade. It's Castlevania Symphony of the Night.
Oh,
because he told me about it, so I knew.
You got the release date. It was November 7th, 2017, the day before my birthday. The smallest Xbox ever. When Phil Spencer was parading this, he was saying that the Xbox One X was the smallest Xbox ever.
Wow! Going
into the specs of at least between the size or within the storage space, but it was mostly unclear as what he was saying.
I think it was the size.
X didn't give it.
It was literally the physical dimensions. Okay, well, I would have said the Xbox Slim. Xbox One Slim.
And the last question I gave you was, what was the name? What was the project code name of the Xbox 360? And that's Trinity.
Yeah, didn't you hear what I said? May the force be with you. Yeah.
The force be with you.
If I had said Morpheus, you would have like easily gotten it because then you would have.
Yeah, well, I was thinking Morpheus. I would have thought of the PlayStation VR. You know,
VR exactly. Yeah, like he would have known that one. But the one I wanted to give you
should take the blue pill.
I thought you would have thought like, the Matrix, and then you'd have just deduced like, so there's Morpheus, there's Neo, there's Trinity.
Of course.
So.
I would have. Yep.
Oh, but dang, Ted, you did great. You did, you got one right.
So give me the question you wanted to ask me, but I'll try to get it real quick.
No, you're not going to get this because you have to name all 32 games.
I'll see how many
without a time limit. And it would be name. I was going to ask you to name 10 or 5. It was name PlayStation's Most Wanted list from the E3 1997.
Damn.
Crash Bandicoot. Metal Gear Solid.
Metal Gear Solid. Metal Gear Solid. Final Fantasy 7. Soul Calibur. Twisted Metal 2.
Twisted Metal Black.
No.
Nope.
Yeah.
I'm just.
Nope. You're not naming any of those.
Fail. From E3 97.
Let's see. Strike Force.
Fail.
Gauntlet Legends.
It's tough.
Kingdom Hearts 1.
But Twisted Metal I'll give you, but it wasn't 2. It was just Twisted Metal.
Yeah, no,
Twisted Metal. Because I thought E3 97, Twisted Metal came out in 97, didn't it?
90s.
The first one?
That was
because Twisted Metal 2
did,
came in 98. Oh, so I was thinking the next year what games, but yeah, because Final Fantasy 7 came out in 97.
Driver came out in 98.
98.
Could be E3 98.
Metal Gear Solid came out in 98.
Yeah.
So
I'll specify later. But yeah.
Well, those were hard.
But then Crash Bandicoot came out in 96, though.
96.
So that a year before.
Those were hard. So. Dang, Gamer Composer, do you want to slaughter me up like that again? Damn. Is that all like the? Does that get me back? Dang, you got me. Like everybody.
No, that's not the get back. That is the confidence that when people bring it, I was just like, okay, well, I'm just gonna give it to you, and
you gave it to me.
You brought it to yourself. Had you not been so great, I would have been a little bit nice. I would have gave you a little bit of random select. A little bit of random select.
Should have.
Hey, can you throw a science in there question to make me seem a little bit smart? All right, because I'll get that
science question for sure.
Sure.
All right.
How many seconds does it take the shotgun to activate?
Which game? In which game?
Which Sharingan?
Which Sharingan? What the?
There's 3 different Sharingans.
No, there's only one different Sharingan.
Mongo Kyurei Sharingan, the typical Sharingan, and the Isishi Sharingan, whatever.
Okay,
the one where you can go reverse time.
I'm talking about OG Sharingan.
OG Sharingan. Instant. 0 seconds.
Nope.
Because as soon as you make eye contact, you are done. You're stuck.
It is actually 0.000.
So in order the time that takes light to reflect, gotcha, understandable.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, gotcha.
Gee whiz.
Because I googled that.
But the cool thing is, Ted, you have a checkpoint for getting at least one right to make it through the next round when you're on next time. And that's how the game works.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah.
But unfortunately...
So what if I would have got 5?
Then you would have got...
You would actually be the first winner of the game.
Yeah.
So far.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like, but what... It's just I get the high 5? Because I'll take a high 5. That's a good prize.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I haven't... It's still good.
Sweet.
Once you get the other checkpoints,
I'm still alive. I'm still alive. That's good. I got a checkpoint. That's all. You got to get one to get to the checkpoint.
Exactly. You got to get one.
Get there with that one life left, or that one hit left, right?
Exactly. To get to the other stuff, and then you move into a different title of the categories because there's
Xboxed me, man. Damn.
I did. There's different modes. I'm still working on it.
But the good thing is, I got the Xbox out of the way and I made it through it. See?
Yeah. So next time you can choose studios,
I got the tough one out of the way. Got the
PC.
Got my checkpoints, and now no more Xbox.
Yep. Then you could do releases, or you could do first timers, audio quizzes, scores, video game movies, Nintendo, Sega, Ouya, or Atari, and the list will continue.
Oh man, I would have went video game movies.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, those are kind of iffy though. Try if you wish. Thank you for playing.
Hey man, that's cool. No, that was awesome. That was great and miserable, but great.
I was nice to you with the time.
You were great.
It's that time.
It's that time. It's that time of the show where we gotta say goodbye.
Sign off.
But before we go, you already know what time it is. It's time for Selfless Pool Huggins. Go.
Guess first.
Go. Oh, guess first. Since the last time I was on the show, Alien Genome, new content network, new YouTube channel, new videos, new events doing. Alien Genome is coming at you. I'm trying to create a positive spin on gaming industry, some content with just a little bit more substance, smart stuff. Be doing a crap ton of live shows, new playthroughs, new everything you want to get your gaming content. We'll be covering a lot of esports. I'll be going to all the events. Wednesday, I'm going to Wednesday Night Fights down in Orange County to check out one of the biggest fighting game tournaments in Southern California. A lot of stuff going on. We're going to be doing some fun shows that I already have planned that have already been on the channel. Hopefully, Gamer Composer will join, and we'll get Efocutioner as well too on some of these shows. But yeah, if you're checking it out, I'm Tedwards44 on all Instagram, Twitter, everything, and then Alien Genome is the name of the game. So check it out. Hope you like it.
Skank 'em. I'm up next to that, as you know. been working on a couple different game titles, still hustling for others, but the mostly one that you know is Aground. That's AGROUND. You can hashtag Aground Game on Twitter. I'm most active on there. And the Kickstarter, by the time this posts, you'll see it. It will be live January 31st, 2018. Please be excited, as they say in the industry. It's like a Minecraft, Terraria, Animal Crossing, Stardew Valley, downstairs mix-up. Literally, you can go underground, you can go above ground. You have quests, you have familiars, you have yetis, dragons. You want it, we got it. We're listening to the community. We have you. You can go join the Discord. You can check out the Reddit. You can check out the website. We're on Twitter. We're everywhere. So I'm at Chase Bethia on Twitter. I'm doing the music and the sound for the game. I'll be very, very, very appreciative if you go at least check it out. We have a fresh, up-to-date beta. We update the game, believe it or not, every week or every 2 weeks on Armor Games, Newgrounds, Game Jolt. It's in Congregate. It's impossible. If you're not trying to play this game, you're like really trying hard not to play this game because like it's everywhere. And we have almost over 1 million plays. We had 200,000 people play it in the first 2 days when we launched it back in October as the prototype. So yeah, check that out. I also have a new website coming out, and I'm also coming out with some new tutorials and things behind the scenes of how I've been making the music, and you will be seeing that soon. So stay tuned.
Chronicles of Gamers, Chronicles of Gamers, Chronicles of Gamers, Chronicles of Gamers. I'm done. No, if you guys have recently saw YouTube channel got updated, yeah, like Beetlejuice. Yeah, channel's been updated. Facebook's been updated. You now know what the fuck we do.
Woo!
Why we do it. How we do it.
Woo!
Where we do it.
Woo!
Stream schedule will be updated this week. Streaming should be starting Monday. Or Sunday. Depends on the two. One or two. I'm going to be streaming some fighting
Super Bowl
games.
Sunday, fool.
Bro, I don't give a fuck about Super Bowl. I already know who's going to win. The fucking Patriots.
Oh,
this shit is rigged as hell.
It's terrible.
I don't give a fuck. The shit was rigged when fucking Vikings made it to the NFC fucking championships, man. Like, how do you miss a tackle that obvious? Yo, like at that point, even Ray Charles himself could have made that tackle. I'm just saying.
Watch it. You know who I used to coach for 2 years.
Yes, I do.
Watch it now.
But I'm just saying.
The Vikes.
I'm not saying.
Awesome.
I'm not saying
they
that
got
they
blasted
suck.
by the Eagles.
I'm not saying that they suck because they really showed some heart during the Eagles game.
That was a miserable, funny, hilarious play, though.
But yes, I gotta admit that looked kind of rigged. And then even Tom Brady's stuff in the AFC finals looked kind of rigged. So I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna be streaming. I'm gonna be streaming some Tekken because I've been really practicing that. I can do Korean backdashes. So now I can give Vince Incognito shit. What the fuck is his last name? Incognito?
Incognito, let's go with that.
Apachibo?
Did you say Vince Ingenati?
Yeah.
Vince Enchilada.
Enchilada. What the fuck is his last name?
Enchilada?
Probably going to retire from the show right today. It's my resignation. Gotta limit.
What?
Line now. Can't cross that line. So.
Because I said that. What's his? Yeah. Shout out. All right, guys. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you guys for watching. I'm out of here. Comment at the bottom. Like, comment, subscribe. Audio people, same shit. Stay lit.